Hi, Pisces. Welcome to your reading. My name is Edgar Mendez, and today we're going to be doing a reading focused on what your person regrets most. I want to thank you all for being here. Thank you for sharing time and space with me. I want to give a big shout out and thank you to all those that like and comment. I do so appreciate it, by the way. And I want to let you all know I do have services up. I don't know why they want me to say this, but my services for some stuff are going to be going down. So if you are interested in getting that, get it. I have opened up healings, but yeah, whatever you feel called to, only get it if your heart takes you to it. But I guess I'm going to be doing that. They're the ones who decide. They say, oh, open this up. I opened up all of it, and then they're gonna tell me soon close. So if you are interested, get it. That's what I got. All right. I thank you. I thank you. Thank you. And let's get started. So who's going to answer our questions today? We have Saint Germain who steps forward. I am drawing like I've been doing for all the signs. So if you see me looking down, it's just what it is. All right. So let's take a look here. Saint Germain, can you tell me what is Pisces person's life like right now? Let's take a look here. I do feel like they are very connected to their family right now. They're very much trying to connect to their family, trying to connect to their mom specifically. I want to say the familial connections, they are kind of going to that. Although I am recording this a little bit before, a week before Thanksgiving. I know, but it is what it is. It could be the thing. I don't know, but what have you? I see this person very much going to their family, like kind of cozying up with their family, and that's kind of what's happening right now. Let's see what else is going on. One of the things that this person has a habit of doing, Pisces, is that they put a lot of pressures and expectations on themselves. And what this do is it stresses them out. And one of the things that I have noticed is life isn't actually that hard, right? I think that what we do to ourselves makes life harder. Can we all be real? Like, a situation makes you mad. You choose to stay angry for a long time. Well, that's on you, right? And it kind of reminds me of that. Like, this is someone who's putting all these pressures and expectations on themselves, and it's making their life harder. But for the week or for the time being, they're going to take a break from that. But they have a habit of doing this. I do feel they need to give themselves more slack, and they need to give themselves more grace, and more patience is kind of the thing. But they are currently taking a break from that, right? So they are, I guess, but it should be more of a practice, a daily practice. And I guess that's a message for you as well, for anyone who needs to hear it. Give yourself some grace. Like, it's always work towards your goals, but don't beat yourself up for not being there. And that's what this person does. All right. But they're giving them a break. There's some a break. So let's see. What else? Saint Germain. There is a symbol that's coming to my mind. In fact, I see it on a rock, a specific rock. I think that they may be getting a crystal, or they may have a healing crystal that they are using to help stabilize themselves. Let me get a little bit more on that. Saint Germain, can you tell me? Alrighties. I am seeing this person now seeing synchronicities and being more open to their synchronicities. There's a specific symbol that they actually have been seeing, that they've been drawn to, that is going to help them. Often in life, we are constantly receiving synchronicities, ideas, and you know how it go, right? And very often, no, people don't listen. I know I've been there, right? But ever since I started listening, ever since I started to just pay attention, every time I just, it didn't make sense to me why I should do something, but I'm like, they said it, right? And I just do it. Yeah. It's worked out amazingly for me, right? And I feel like this person's on the cusps of entering that stage where they're going to start to listen a little bit more than they did before. But there's a rock with a symbol on it that's very it's there. Sorry, Saint Germain says it's about peace and serenity. I think it's actual stone that's for peace and serenity. I gotta be honest, like a light green. I have no idea what the stone is. But it's peace, serenity, and this is someone who's starting to see that. It's interesting. I feel like it's connected to what I brought up about this person not giving themselves enough patience, enough grace. But it's not exactly it. But they are seeing synchronicities and they're moving in that direction. It's interesting about this, Pisces. I feel like this person is going to start to heal themselves, but it's interesting. It's just interesting that that's coming through. Anyway, what else? What else about their life right now? they're scrapping something from their life. I don't know. It's like I can feel it. It's like something I've been picking up the whole time. They're scrapping something from their life. All too often people will go after stuff that isn't quite for them. Usually people just grab onto whatever's in front of them. I know one of the things that I can give as a good example for this, because I used to do it a lot. I just grab onto whatever job's in front of me. I didn't give a damn, right? It paid, right? That's all I was looking for. It feels like it's something like that. I'm not saying it's a job per se, although it could be, but this person is just, they were just grabbing onto it. They were just holding on to it, not really thinking, is this right for me? Yeah, they're gonna start to let that go because it's not. And this is a big thing. Again, there's like, it's honestly kind of feels like this person. It's like every it is. I have to give you what I just got, but Saint Germain said it's actually all purposeful. The fact that this person's gonna go back home or they're gonna be with their family, it is it's like a little brief pause so that they can actually come back to their life, and then they'll make this shift. Without going home, they will be less likely to do that, or without visiting their mom, they will be less likely to do that. So I know it sounds like it's craziness how everything lines up, how it lines up so synchronistically and perfectly, but it really is that way. All right, anyway, let's see, how do they feel right now about Pisces? I think you have landed on your feet better than they have. And that's something that they have a really difficult time with. And it's not that they're jelly, no. But because they put really high expectations on themselves, the fact that you were able to do something in a shorter period of time that they haven't been able to do in the same period of time makes this person feel very inferior to you. It makes them feel like they're not enough and good enough for you. One of the things that I have noticed, and it is how it is, right? It's the difference between, and I gotta say it like this, and I don't mean anything about sex, like gender, but it's a difference between that divine feminine and that divine masculine energy. Divine feminine energy is very fast at doing everything. That's why they're leaders, right? Divine masculine energy is slower. Normal, right? It's very normal. But this person doesn't see it that way. They actually think, because I'm not saying that they're a man, but a lot of you who are watching, I really do feel like they really feel that way, right? Like, I'm a man, I should do it faster, better. Yeah, good luck. It was never gonna be, right? It was always gonna be you faster than them, you better than them, and you more capable than they are. And this is something that I guess a lot of pressure is that's placed on them by, I want to say, society or by themselves, because of who they believe themselves to be, like a man. Not that all of them are men, but you understand what I mean by that. There's that feeling, right? Well, I should have just I should be better at this, right? And it's not that they want you to slow down. No, it's nothing like that. It's just that feeling of like they did it at a certain, like, that as fast as they did, and why couldn't I? Just a little. It's not jelly, I swear, but it is. It's getting close, isn't it? Right. Anyway, how else they feel? This person sees you as very comforting home. They You have elements of their mommy. I can feel it. It's very strong. It's very strong. Ooh, the air came up. The divine feminine energy that you exude is very much nurturing. People's divine feminine energy is a bit different, right? It's not all, everyone's energy is like how it channels through. It's a little different. You have very strong nurturing energy towards them, and they love it. Yeah. But they feel like they have to do something to prove that they deserve that energy. And it's what makes them think that they should be further along on their path than they currently are. And the fact that you are further along, they feel like they're unworthy of you. And I know it's crazy, but that when we don't feel good enough for someone, when we don't feel worthy enough for someone, we don't want to be with them. And not that we don't want them, right? We don't want to be with them because we don't feel great, right? And that's kind of how they feel towards you. I don't like they're amazing. I would love to have them, but I don't deserve them, and I wouldn't want them as a result, because I don't want to live. I don't want to live like feeling that way. And that's kind of what has their hands tied right now. I think that this is someone who may have always been running from your connection, and what's really kind of, I gotta be honest with you. What Saint Germain is showing me is the finger trap. But it has their own finger is trapping themselves. And it's interesting because the hands, right, the left hand's feminine energy, the right hand's masculine energy. There's a trap here. This is someone who's trapped by their energies. It's very interesting. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out, like, what does that mean. But it's like it's interesting. I can see that. Saint Germain said, bring that up, right? Feminine, masculine. All right. Can you tell me how what regrets do they have towards Pisces? Let's see. I do feel this person just like bolted from this connection or ran from you in some way, shape, or form. May have ghosted you. It's hard to say. Stop replying. Or replied very infrequently. You know when you're being slow ghosted. I don't know if that's the word. I'm so not hip on any of the lingo. Everyone, I just do upgrades and healing as I'm becoming the prophet. So I actually don't know what people say, but it's a slower ghost kind of thing for a lot of yous. But whatever the case is, this person ran and they just kept running. And one of the regrets is that they actually ran from you, the connection, all of it, and even their own happiness at this point. But that feeling of self-worth and that feeling of not being good enough is a hard one to shake. And that's what propelled them. It's what fueled the runner, right? Energy. It's what fueled their tank, right? Fear. However, it's a regret of theirs nonetheless. They do regret letting their fear kind of make the choice here when it came to running from this connection. What other regrets do they have towards Pisces? Sorry, I'm seeing a flower. Sorry, I'm trying to make sure. I'm trying to see what is this? Um, I do feel here, Pisces, that this person never made you an offer of love and never gave you too much. One of the things that it's become abundantly clear, it was the lack of reciprocity and the giving and taking. I hope that makes sense. Like it's like you give, you take. You know that drill, right? This person didn't give. In fact, I saw you on this like this thing, and it's like it's like weighing, and it should be balanced, right? But one person gave too much and it tipped it over, kind of thing. That's what I saw. I was like, what the hell is that? But it all came together. But um, I feel like you gave more than they did, and this person really does regret that. One of the things that they are wondering about is where you would you be if they gave more to this, and although they were always going to run because that's a fact, right? There was never going to stop. There was always going to happen, and there's purpose behind that, right? But they do still wonder where would you be today if they hadn't ran from the connection and they actually tried to make something here. And it's kind of that feeling. A lot of people, it's interesting because I feel like the very first thing it says, our life's not that hard. But what this person is doing to themselves about the shoulda, coulda, woulda is turmoil, right? That's just like that's honestly punishment. Like they're punishing themselves again and again and again for doing something that was always going to happen. Right? They were always going to run. It was always going to happen, right? And that they're still punishing themselves. It was always meant to be that way. And again, this is that reminder of how life isn't actually that hard, but what we do to ourselves makes it harder. And that is what I feel is they're currently doing to themselves with that regret. Is there any other regrets that they have towards Pisces? Um, I feel like there was something else involved, like a third party or friends. There's something like I can feel it. It's like it's somewhat there. Maybe gossip. It's hard to say. I feel like this person really wished that they found a better way to express themselves. And one of the things that I feel like this person really wished they did is just write you a letter. I think that they kept trying to tell you how they felt when you were in this person's life, but when it came down to it, they weren't able to really get the words out. So they thought they really wish that they had to figure out I should just write them a letter or something, or I should just say this in the text or something like that. It's like that idea never came. Right. I know it sounds crazy like a regret, but it's like the idea never came. Like I should just write this down because I'm not able to say it. And they regret not telling you the truth of their feelings and how they felt with you. All right. Any last regret that you have for this person towards Pisces, Saint Germain? One of the thing that he's saying is they regret not telling you that they loved you. It's an interesting one. It's like, oh, I wish I said it, right? Or said it more, but I think most of you, it's a said it, period, kind of thing. All right. So, what is the guidance right now for Pisces? Compassion, understanding, and patience is going to be the key thing you're learning right now as a person. I understand 100% that that's not easy. Don't think I'm sitting here thinking, oh, yeah, it'd be so easy. No, no, it's not. The human mind is resistant to having compassion, love, and understanding for people, especially our ego as well. It just wants to like push people away or judge them harshly, and obviously yourself. right now they want you to have compassion, love, and understanding for yourself, and it will then expand to the entire world. How do we make this place a better place, right? Is by us being better and us actually embodying more of that grace, right? More of that patience and love and understanding and forgiveness, right? It's how we do it. They're saying that right now you need to is to learn that, learning to practice that, and that takes time. I remember when I was learning how to keep my heart open whenever I'm facing people who are shooting negativity at me, like they're yelling at me or they're screaming at me or they're saying something nasty to me. It took time. It took like 6 tries before I was able to maintain a completely open heart and give them love in that moment. Like that was practice. And that's how all of us get to being compassionate, loving, understanding, and forgiving. It's through practice. It's the practice thing. It's like you try every single time and you get a little further, give yourself patience when you don't make it, right? But it takes practice. And right now, what Saint Germain is saying is for you to practice that, and slowly but surely you will get there. That's how a novice becomes a master. It's practice. That's what they want for you. Is there any last guidance that you have for them? For those of you that are looking to expand your psychic abilities or your own abilities, like your healing abilities and stuff like that, this is the key to it. By the way, I can see it. So it's very key. There's a fourth thing that will pop up. Is your gifts that you will start to expand, and you will start to be lighter as well. All right. So that's what I got for you, Pisces. Um, Sorry if this person's energy is a little confusing, but I think I got it. I thank you for being here. Don't forget to check out all of my services and like and comment. Take care. Bye.